Feliz Viernes. I'm coming to you today. Yo quiero bienvenidos a Lecciones de la Vida. I am in the process of learning Spanish, you all. Don't throw rocks at me though, okay? I didn't want to wait till next week to come to you all with a couple of thoughts that I had regarding life lessons. I was really, really excited. I really am, for the most part, I'm excited quite often. And I was sitting at my desk. I had a couple of experiences, one last night that I'm going to share with you guys. So today's process of sharing thoughts in regards to life lessons is a gumbo pot of thoughts, a gumbo pot of life lessons that I'm going to present to you on this beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon. I'm sitting at my bus stop that I came to the last time again. And I was sitting at my desk and, a thought had come to me. I asked myself, do I make life simple or too simple? That I live in a place where I tell people quite often, I live in a place that I call my roses and my lilies. And it's a choice that I make to be there. It's a choice that I make to not allow the things that can occur in this life to take me into a zone that will take away my joy. Now, when I share that with people, I'm not saying that I don't have my moments, because I do. I do have those moments, but I choose to make those moments far in between. Let me put it like this. I choose to not allow those moments to take precedence over how I choose to live and to be in my world. So last night, I'm going to share this with you guys. Our cat, we have a little cat, well, the children do rather, have a little cat that had gotten up a tree. And y'all moving around so much. I'm trying to get comfortable here, but I need to see my book as well. She had gotten up a tree, and it's a very, very tall tree. She must have climbed higher than she normally climbed, and she did not come down. But she was crying and, meowing for help. And we went to that tree and we tried to call her down and coax her down, and she would not come down. Day one. Day two, she's still up the tree. Every time we come out, we can hear her. We go over. We're trying to rescue her, but she will not come down. Day three, still up the tree. So I get this grand idea to put together a pole out of the PVC pipes that I have in my garage, and to make a platform for her that she, if I could push it up, my thought was if I could push it up high enough in the tree, close enough to her, she might feel like the bus is passing by. Okay, keep going. Okay, that she might get enough courage to step across the branch to get on the platform. Well, my plan was good, and so I'm pushing the PVC pipe up through the branches. I get the platform close enough for her to come across the branch to get on the platform, and what do you think she does? She climbs up higher. Yet she's still meowing, and she's meowing for help. That was day three. That same evening, our neighbors, who is an animal lover, calls the fire department on our behalf to see if they will come out and get the cat out. Of course, when they came out, they said they could not risk sending any of their guys up that high. Well, I don't know. I got words for that, but we're going to leave that alone. They told us that she will eventually come down. Don't worry about it. So that was day three, right? Day four, it started raining. So I'm praying, saying, Lord, well, I know it's the lesser of the two evils. Let her get wet and let her get heavy enough to where, we can come out there, and maybe she might try to come forward because she don't like water. She might be more inclined. It's like you're weighing both sides, right? Which one is worse? Staying in this tree or being wet and cold? And I don't like being wet and cold. Will I venture out? Will I take the Will I make the decision to forego my fear? Because the lesser of the two evils is me falling and seeing what happens, right? We're talking about life lessons, y'all. So what ends up happening, does she come down? No. We're outside in the rain, all of us trying to coax her down. And I'm thinking, something needs to happen. I don't know what to do to help her, to get her to come down, because she's not trying to. Her fear has stifled her so much that she's not willing to even venture out to try to see if she could get down. Long story short, our neighbor found somebody who would come out and help us get her out of the tree. It was such a beautiful experience. The children there, my neighbors, we were out in the rain. The guy came. When he went up, he put that little machine, that little lift machine, looks just like the utility trucks. He got up inside of the tree, and he didn't pull her out right away. Listen, you guys, he didn't pull her out right away. As he was up there, he was speaking to her, and as well as a human could do a cat meow, but basically he coaxed her to come to him. He didn't force her out. I saw he reached his arm out and made his arm like a connective branch to the branch that she was on. And he kept encouraging her, and he kept telling her, I know. It was just so beautiful. And we had the floodlight at the bottom of the tree, so we could see her eyes, the reflection of the light out of her eyes. And we could see how she was steadily moving over little by little as he was coaxing her in love, coaxing her and encouraging her that she could do it, right? So she eventually made it across that branch onto his arms. He was able to grab her as a mommy cat grabs the cats by the back of the neck. And he gently lowered that machine down because she was already traumatized. So he wasn't trying to traumatize her more with the sound of that machine. Well, eventually she got him. We did a towel. We warmed up a towel in the microwave. We wrapped her in it and, just held her until we got her inside the house and dried her off and all that. Well, as I'm standing down there and I turned to my neighbor and I said, wow, I said, isn't this just like life? And she looks at me and I said, yeah, we cry for help. We cry out to God to rescue us, and he sends rescue aids. And instead of us going toward the help, we go away from the help because maybe we may not see that help as being help. We predescribe or predefine what that is, and we reject it because it doesn't look like what we think it should look like, but it is still help nonetheless. Isn't life just like that? And yet, in God's infinite glory, in his awesome, wonderful grace, and his everlasting love, he knows what it takes to keep coaxing us forward to the point where we will make the decision to get off the limb and come on into safety. It may not look anything like what we thought it should look like, but if we venture out enough to trust what God has set before us and say, you know what? Even if I'm looking at this thing between this and that, at least I'm going to go in this direction because it has a different look or a different feel. You never know what God will do for you. So I was just so impressed with that testimony. There was so much more I wanted to give you guys, but I want to end with this. You've cried out for help. God has sent you help. Open up your eyes and look around and see. What is it that God has placed in your life today to help you to get past this place where you are today? That help is nigh unto you, even in your own mouth. Have a beautiful, beautiful Friday, everybody. Now, y'all know I don't know how to turn this thing off, right? So just bear with me. But anyway, have a good Friday, everybody.